So tell us a little bit about your book, because it's changing lives, and it hit like bestseller like pretty fast, right?
Yeah, so it was USA Today top 10 bestseller for the entire year, which was amazing, and ended up being on the USA Today top 50 list for on their annual reviews, which was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And so I think when you think about it, the power of ownership, it's really, it's that word. I love that word. I know you love that word. Ownership. We've talked about it a lot. Mm-hmm. Where and even in terms of your conversation that we had is you are not a victim of your experience. You're not a victim of your environment, but rather you have all the power. God's given you all the tools. God's given you all the ability. He will provide for you as long as you're willing to say, hey, I'm going to pick up what I've got. I'm going to take that first step, even though I don't know what's beyond that. Mm-hmm. And we have that ability. And I think even going back in my story is like I was the fat kid, became the anorexic kid, became the depressed kid, became the addicted kid that continued to find himself in victim spaces, that until I was willing to take ownership and understand, man, no, there's healing waiting for me. Mm-hmm. There is growth for me. There is opportunities for me. That was the thing that changed the trajectory. And no matter whether it was my undergraduate degrees, my master's degrees, my doctoral research, no matter what it was that I was going on, there was something you could learn in a book, but it didn't actually change the heart. It didn't change the mind as to how to actually put this into place. And until you're able to marry the two in the sense of ownership, it really moving forward. And so in the power of ownership, we really integrate mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health, help you understand how you can learn the language of the body, which is heart rate variability. And when you understand the language of the body, you can really start to see how your habits, your behaviors, your lifestyle is shaping the reality that you have. And I talk about this concept of inevitability, is that whatever you desire most, whatever you are devoted to most, whether it is this gym and this business that you are growing, whether it is becoming a New York Times bestselling author, whatever that devotion is that burn that's inside of you, it is inevitable as long as you have consistency paired with intentionality over the course of time. And I think we often forget that if we believe in the positive of something, you also have to believe in the negative. So it's inevitable that you'll have the great outcome if you're intentional and consistent over time, but it's inevitable you'll have the negative outcome if you're unintentional and do that consistently over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you framed it very well. I constantly tell people it's mind-blowing to me how people don't understand that the power of words and the things that we tell ourselves. Like, it's so frustrating when you hear people talk negative about themselves, and especially in their health journey, because it's serving them not at all. Like it's literally defeating them daily. And I truly believe people wake up and they start to focus or feed the negative voice in their head. And I always say, as soon as it happens, you have to start, I call it talking shit to myself. I think, it starts when the alarm goes off. As soon as your alarm goes off, of course you're comfortable. You're in your freezing cold bedroom. You're cuddled up with your hot wife. And, of course you don't want to get up. Okay, I get that. But you can't start saying snooze. Oh, no. You can't start doing that. You have to just own it.
There's a point in which commitment becomes a habit or compromise becomes a habit. Mm-hmm. And we've become so okay with making compromise a habit.
Because compromise is comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And compromise compounds.
Oh, I would say even faster than the uncomfortable things you choose to do. It's so much harder. Yes, we get that and we understand that. And then see, here's another thing too. People look at us, especially where we are today, and think that it's easy for us. That we just wake up and we float out of bed and we land soft and we I really think people sometimes think that we walk around naked with our coffee cups and you know what I mean? It's we're struggling just like everybody else, but it's these daily choices of doing it anyway, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of how we feel, that is keeping us going. That's compounding over time. That's keeping us consistent. So that's what I really, and that's, I'm I have a desire to write a book too, and I really want to lean into that. I want to lean into, we're not all the same, but we all go through these mental battles, these conversations with ourselves. Otherwise, I would question your brain. Like, if you're not talking to yourself, there might be a problem.
What's happening?
Yeah, like there might be some, other issues that you need to go get checked out. But I truly believe that no matter if you're an elite athlete, no matter if you're, your background, your circumstances, I believe that you are constantly having conversations within yourself, and you have to ask yourself, are they positive? Are they negative? What voice are you feeding? Like, what are you feeding? And, this whole notion of I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm hungry, I'm this. And when you say I am this, I just believe there's power in that. Like, I believe that's not what God intended us to do, is to constantly speak death into ourselves. We have to speak life in ourselves. And when I find myself, and again, here's what I'm saying, is that we all do it though. Like, there are moments that we're weak. There are moments where we fail ourselves. But I would say the reason why we're sitting here and the reason why we're in the position that we're in, that we win more than we lose. Like, when it comes to choosing the right thing, because your destiny is determined by your decisions, and that compounds over time. So
it's so great. And I think when there's power in the written word, but there's authority in the spoken word.
Oh, I like
and we've been given that authority, and we don't take authority of our thoughts, and we don't take authority of our words enough, because we don't recognize what they're actually creating.